So in this video, I wanted to show you how to get cleaning clients through Google Ads. As well as having a cleaning business myself, I run Google Ads campaigns for over 40 cleaning companies across the US and Canada. So we've got a fair bit of experience about what works and what doesn't work. And in this video, I just wanted to give you some of the basic strategies that you want to think about when running your Google Ads to try to maximize the chances of getting success with it. So as you'll see here, we are in this client's account. We just pulled up the last 30 days. This client is based in Toronto in Canada. They're a residential cleaning business, so they are going primarily after recurring house cleaning clients. So those homeowners who are looking for service every week or every 2 weeks or every month. We have set up a campaign for them to try to get as many of those leads and as many of those clients as possible. So lots of data in Google Ads. Let me just pick a few things out here. So this client here, we've been running on $1,000 a month budget. We've got various click data. You see 250 clicks. These are the cost per click, just over $4. And we've had 27 leads. So those leads are coming in around $37 per lead. So once those leads are generated, obviously we are not going to convert every single lead to a booked client. But, this is where things like follow-up is really important. So if someone fills out a contact form to request some pricing, you need to get back to people quickly. You need to follow up with them every day if you don't hear back from them. Obviously, if they're calling you up, you need to be picking up the phone. Really basic things like that is really important when you try to maximize the close rate from leads generated to book clients. But essentially, where we want to get to is getting lots of people, getting in front of traffic where those people are interested in what we do. If we can find that pool of traffic, we'll get a high conversion rate, a high percentage of those people click on our ad will get in touch with us. And then if we do a good job with them on the phone, then a high percentage of those people will then become booked clients. So if I just click in the campaign, let me just show you, some of the high level things that we target. So first of all, the way that Google Ads works is that it is primarily a keyword driven platform. So when we talk about keywords, these are the words that people are typing into Google. And our ads are showing up for. So, as you'll be aware, in the house cleaning industry, there's actually lots of different ways that people can search for cleaning services. So it could be, cleaning services Toronto, local cleaning companies, house cleaning company, residential cleaners. There's so many different variants. And what we want to do at a very basic level with our keyword selection is that we want to make sure that we're getting in front of all these different types of people who are in the market for our cleaning service, but who may be using different sorts of keywords. And this is why, we absolutely want to make sure that we have a nice long list of search keywords here. I've just covered a few of them here, but, we want to be going after what I call the generic searches: home cleaning, cleaning company, as well as a service plus location keyword. So where the location is included in here. So home cleaning services near me would be a type of location. Cleaning Toronto, cleaning services Toronto, those would be the types of things as well. And then if you are in one of these bigger cities, you might also want to think about selecting keywords and locations within certain areas within the big city. So if there's certain boroughs or certain locations or certain neighborhoods, then you might look to include them as keywords as well. So what we have here, as you can see all the different variations here. I think if we scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that there's I would say probably about 50 so 172 different keywords. And what we find is that we'll launch a campaign using these types of keywords, and then we go to what's called the search terms report, which is buried up here: insights and reports and search terms. Search terms are the exact string of words people type into Google and our ads show up for. So they differ slightly from the keywords in that with a keyword, you can select different match types. So, as an example, let's say we had this is a keyword here, house cleaning, or house cleaning Toronto, cleaning services pricing. These are the inverted commas. These refer to something called the match type, and these would be a phrase match. So a phrase match house cleaning keyword could trigger searches for house cleaning or house cleaning near me or best house cleaning, because house clean is included in the phrase match itself. So as you can imagine, the search terms give us like the absolute what specifically people are searching for, and you can see this in this first column down here, and you'll see, here we go, Sudbury condo cleaning. Condo cleaning services has been triggered by the cleaning services phrase match. So this is great because we hadn't identified condo cleaning, but because we're running phrase match, we got in front of someone who is searching for condo cleaning services. Obviously, they are in the market for what we do as well. So the reason why this, once you launch a campaign, you want to be regularly reviewing your search terms report, because your search terms report tell you all the different terms that you've come up for. Some of them will be fantastic. Some of them will be ones that you haven't identified. So cleaning services Sudbury, condo cleaning services, they may not have been in your initial keyword search. But, if I look down the list here, you'll probably start to find some competitor searches. You can see here this Stay Fresh Cleaners. That's a competitor. We generally don't want to be coming up for competitor searches because the conversion rate tends to be low. You'll see here we've got some foreign language, non-English searches. We want to be excluding those. So when we set up a new campaign and launch the campaign, we need to be, really spending a lot of time in our search terms. We want to be adding keywords that we haven't added in from the search terms, the interesting ones, the house cleaning Scarborough, home cleaning service of Toronto, but we want to be excluding, the ones that are less relevant. And what you'll find is that if you are doing this regularly, you'll find that, more of your spend will go in front of these higher quality searches, less will go in front of these poorer quality searches, and that means that you'll get a higher conversion rate. We'll get more leads for the budget. And really, at a very, very basic level, when you're launching your Google Ads campaign, this is really, what you want to be focused on. So really, the search terms are super important at the start. So the other thing to say is that with these, when you launch the campaign, you list the keywords that you want to target, but you can also bid for these keywords in different ways. And this is where there can be a little bit of complexity, because if you are looking at clicks, max clicks strategies, max conversion strategies, and target impression strategies, there's lots and lots of different strategies. You can see what strategy you've set up by going to campaigns and settings, and then the bidding, change the bidding. And you can see all these different lists down here: clicks, conversions, we've got manual bids, lots of different options. 9 times out of 10, when you start off a new campaign, I tell all my, and this is what I do when we're running campaigns as well, is that we go with a max clicks strategy to begin with. So we've identified these keywords that we're telling Google we want to go after, and we're basically telling Google, give us as many clicks for these types of keywords as possible, because what we're trying to do at the very start is really get a good feel of the market. How much search volume is there out there? Are we getting loads and loads of searches? Are we easily spending our budget, or is it really difficult to find people searching? We want to see what the pricing looks like. What is Google charging us for each click? And that is driven by the amount of competition from other cleaning companies bidding for those keywords as well. So 9 times out of 10, you want to start off with a max click strategy, and then launch that campaign, review the search terms, strip out the less relevant ones, focus your attention and your money on the better quality ones, and you should start to see your conversion rates increasing. Once we get a good amount of conversions, and usually, within that first month, I want to be getting at least 20 conversions. Once we've got a decent number of conversions, that's when it's worth trying a max conversion strategy. So what the max conversion strategy does is that it looks at the previous data in our account, and it sees which keywords, where have the leads come from, which keywords triggered those leads. And then with a max conversion strategy, it basically gets more aggressive with the bidding for those keywords that got us leads in those first 30 days. And it will also, lean into other related keywords that they think will also have a similar conversion rate. So by utilizing the max conversion strategy, we're using the data and we're getting more aggressive and putting more of our budget in front of those keywords where we think we're going to get more leads and conversions. And that is where your conversion rate will continue to increase. And this is why, I tell, all people starting out with Google Ads is that you want to think about it as a 3-month ramp up. At the very start, we're using a clicks-based strategy. We're trying to get some conversion data, and then we'll A/B test a conversions bid strategy against a max click strategy. And most of the time, you'll find that the conversion rate is better with a conversions-based strategy rather than a max click strategy. It doesn't always happen, but usually it happens. So that is really what you want to be doing. And as this Google Ads platform is primarily a data platform, what you tend to find is that the longer you run the campaigns, the more data you get, the better your campaigns will run. And, although Google doesn't talk about it, I'm pretty certain that, those advertisers that continue to use Google and spend money with Google over the longer term tend to get preferential, cost per clicks and things like that. So you want to think about Google Ads not as a very short-term thing where you turn it on and turn it off, and leave it on pause for 6 months and then turn it on when you get some more new cleaners. You won't get very good results doing that. What you want to do is to try and keep your Google Ads ticking over consistently. When you need more clients, you can ramp up the ad budget, and once their schedules are filled, you can bring it down again. But the important thing is, once you bring it down, don't pause it. Keep it ticking over, because Google really likes campaigns that continue to be live and to be active. For obvious reasons, obviously, you're continuing to spend money, albeit at a much lower level. And what you'll find is that if you use this approach, and then when you next get some cleaners available, and when you next get capacity, you can then ramp it up and get those leads much more quickly than if you'd paused it for a long time. You'll find that you pretty much go back to stage one, and you have to go through this period where you're ramping up again. So this is broadly how the bid strategies work. Super important to note that within the bid strategy, we need to make sure that our conversion tracking is set up correctly. And a lot of people, miss this. We want to be, broadly, there are 2 calls to action we should have on our landing page. Either someone is filling out a short form where they're requesting a quote. So you're getting basic information from them, like, the size of the property, how frequently they want it cleaning, their email address and their phone number. The other option is that you have a phone number on the landing page, and people can call you directly off that. With conversion tracking, it's relatively simple to track the lead form conversions, because you can, after someone fills out a form, you can send them to a thank you page, and you can drop the tracking code on that thank you page. If that doesn't mean much to you, just drop me a message in the comments below, and I'll try and point you to some resources. So that is relatively simple to do. With the phone call tracking, it's a bit more complicated. You can use Google's in-house call tracking software, but we prefer to use third-party software. It's a bit better, a bit more accurate. We can get better information. We use high-level CRM, with the clients that we work with, but CoreRail is another one. What Converts is a third, and there are lots of different call tracking softwares out there. But needless to say, you shouldn't even think about going after max conversions until you're certain that your conversions are tracking through into Google. So every call that comes through, or every lead form that comes through, you need to go back to your Google Ads account and check that conversion has been logged in there. So you need to get those conversions really tracking through before you start to look at max conversions. So I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions. Drop me a comment, click like, subscribe if you found the information helpful. We run campaigns for, as I said, well over 40 cleaning companies. We're about as specialized as you can get. So if you're potentially interested in us looking and managing your Google Ads campaign, I'll drop a link in the description down below. But in this next video, I'll take you through another case study. I'll go in through some more details on different parts of the Google Ads campaign, and hopefully this will improve your Google Ads knowledge even further and help you to get those results that you've been really looking for. So I'll see you on the next one.